Late last month, Elms College in Chicopee held its 6th annual Black Experience Summit. A day to celebrate Black Catholic voices, the event inspired many with talks by 2 renowned authors, while also recognizing racial obstacles and enduring faith. Rebecca Drake joins us now with the story.
While the most familiar image of an American Black Catholic sister may be Whoopi Goldberg's fictional movie character, the experiences of real-life Black Catholic nuns, such as Mother Mary Lang, whose sainthood cause advanced this week, is a story that is hard for Catholics to hear.
The story of America's Real Sister Act is the story of how generations of African American women and girls called to the sacred vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, fought against racism, sexism, and discrimination to answer God's call on their lives and minister as consecrated women in the Roman Catholic Church.
Shannon D. Williams, Associate Professor of History at the University of Dayton, was the opening keynote speaker at the 6th Annual Black Experience Summit held recently at Our Lady of the Elms College in Chicopee. Williams is the author of Subversive Habits: Black Catholic Nuns in the Long African American Freedom Struggle.
These were women who desegregated secular and Catholic institutions, schools, hospitals, convents, also neighborhoods. And this is a story that reminds us that there has always been an articulation of U.S. Catholicism that understood that the lives and souls and futures of Black people mattered.
This year's summit was co-sponsored by the Sisters of St. Joseph of Springfield, the founders of Elms College.
It supports the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph that we live and work to unite neighbor with neighbor, neighbor with God, without distinction, in order that all may be one. And we respect the values and the dignity and the human nature of every person, regardless of race or ethnic origin.
Elms College President Harry Dumais, a Catholic and native of Haiti, agrees that the history of racism in the Catholic Church is painful, but must be acknowledged in order for the Church to move forward.
This is one part of our history that is really important for people to know, so that we can take and celebrate the good that has happened, but make sure that we don't recreate the bad aspects of that history that has taken place. So that's what I'm hoping that people get out of this.
In addition to past experiences, present challenges faced by Black Catholics were highlighted by the summit's closing keynote speaker, Olga Segura, author of Birth of a Movement, Black Lives Matter and the Catholic Church. Segura, a native of Santo Domingo and former Catholic media journalist, shared her seminal experience of Catholicism.
Catholicism for me has never been white. Catholicism for me has never even existed in English until I attended Catholic schools. And so I wanted to stay in this media space, but I really needed to see stories of focus on people who look like me.
Segura believes that the Black Lives Matter movement offers inspiration for Catholics working toward racial justice.
This movement was already one that wanted us to support and love one another. It was more about trying to bridge that gap between a white supremacist, a church that has deeply internalized white supremacy, and a movement that was deeply centering Black people.
To promote racial justice, summit speakers encouraged Catholics to first apologize for past injuries and to acknowledge that Black Catholics have always played a vital role in church history.
That there are multiple ways of understanding what Catholicism is, and a reminder that Black Catholics have always been there, fighting to make their church truly Catholic, and we can also say fighting to make their nation truly democratic, and that in itself is a wonderful story to know and to share.
A blueprint for moving forward together in faith and solidarity. For Real to Real, I'm Rebecca Drake.